Monday morning in May 2018. Just at my stepdad's and mom's. That's a real nice rock. So here's a quick shot. It's a very nice pear tree. And there's an apple tree that kind of stopped fruiting. And there's a guava tree, real nice. And this pear tree is real nice. So this is in their nice garden. It's a goldfish pond, but it's cracked. It's got two cracks. One right there. And one right there. So yeah. So that's why it's not filled up. And there used to be like 2 big koi fish in here, and then actually it started off with 3 here and 5 above ground. And I changed the filter stuff. I just started cleaning up. Things started to leak, and then there were potters, and then another potter. There were 2 potters that filtered the water, so it kind of agitated them and probably took out a lot of the oxygen or something. I don't know. It's something about water and oxygen that the fish really need to stay current. Here's a picture of the top. It's real nice, and he's got a fish room right here, but all this space right here is just wood shop storage. So it'd be real nice to have a fish room. And something kind of fell inside the pond in the corner here. It looks like just some stuff out of a bucket, but so I'm gonna just mainly, if I did have fish, I would probably have to retire them in here, and you know, and have to deal with paying fees and stuff to retire them. But yeah, the sump just basically gets pumped to the top, and then it flows out through the middle to this pool, and then from that pool comes out of these things. And while during the maintenance, he cut out some channels for filter boxes or something. I don't really know, but this pond is in repair. Yeah, it's pretty nice to have fish. That's why I'm really into this fish stuff, because I see this in like the top of my, on the top of my head or something, and it's like, wow, man, I wish like in the 90s I was really working for this, but you know, the hidden fees and catch-22s really messed with me. But I built that wall barrier. So the filter kind of pumps through a pump. Here's the outlet, and then this is where it comes through. This filter is actually a submersible, but there used to be a out of water, and it's still hooked up. And basically I would have to primer this to get it to flow. And there's even a valve here for when there were potters. There were potters there, and he had valves for the potters. But basically, this one I had to disconnect the hose, turn on the pump, and the water would start coming out, and I would hook up the hose, and it would primer it up and push the air out and into this thing, which is a 3-stage pond sump, and it comes through all this this top PCV, and it kind of flows out through these tubes that he pre-installed with the cement, or maybe he drilled holes in it. But it's pretty thick cement. It's good half a foot, inch. It's a pretty decent sized wall too. So if you were to make a pond, you know, with cement, it could be done, you know, without being like a super thick block. But here's another view. And I also used to here's some with algae. There's snails in here, but these plants really like this filter, and you could like put a filter floss bag like over this. See, like this is barely flowing, so I don't know. So that's how that's made. And the bottom PCV it's actually just an electrical cord. It's for the electrical cord to be water resistant and kind of be where it should be. So it's all pretty basic building, and but having a space like this, you see how the difference in how fish keeping really needs to improvise, and being good in the hobby really takes stuff to be shown for, and actually prepared for fish. This is ideally just like, you know, compared to I can see some more of the crack. Compared to like an aquarium and a pond is much better, and yeah, and it's much more, you know, weather resistant, and like a fish tank this size would cost around 10, you know, $15,000-$20,000, probably $25,000. Like for this to be all kind of glass or tile, it will cost at least $1,000. But with just doing it with cement and tile, it's probably costs around $2,000, and you get so much out of it. I mean, I'm trying to think of a way to rent maybe the shed or something, or, you know, sell, or, but I don't know, not sell, but maybe get back into this. I have a younger brother, and he seems capable, and I've got a son, and we should be doing this, but that's just another story to all of this. But this is real nice. Look at how the barrier is just, before it used to be hydroponic planters, but they just basically haven't dealt with the breeding parts. They just basically kept it as a home enjoyment, and it's real enjoyable too. This really puts things in perspective. We were pretty lucky, you know. The neighbors, one had a jacuzzi, but you know, it's building one of these in the 90s. I mean, or even seeing one. Not a lot of people are doing it. I don't know. Because it's weird, because it's just, you know, taking on a challenge sometimes. Yeah, real nice. I like a lot of fish, and there's other YouTubers with their own ponds, and yeah, it just depends on the spot. I mean, this is in a perfect spot because if we were to, you know, negotiate to buying the back house, this driveway and a lot of things could be rebuilt and remodeled, you know, and you know, that's kind of my you know, it's a real good secret about real estate and you know, future investing is buying in property, is doing stuff like this, and then you know, and looking for good deals, and people really could go places in this world with really fascinating you know, endeavors. So, well, you know, there's even a ledge, and this is pretty much a great design for you know, $2,000 to $3,000 worth of concrete, you know, and maybe some rebar, and it lasted for almost it's lasted for like 30 or 20, you know, 5 years. So, and you know, it's only if you got the space, and you know, if it's kind of like, I don't, you know, you can't really like explain 4 years in just one sentence, you know. It was just a lot of except maybe a fail, you know, in this case. But yeah, I mean, if this fish room were, you know, upkept and everything for $10,000 a year, it could probably make $100,000 easily in nice aquatics, you know. For $10,000, I would invest in every year in a home business. This would be friggin' amazing, you know, to make $100,000 a year, and then paying off stuff, and then, you know, designing more, just for, you know, a 20 to 30 year mortgage type, you know. That's $100,000, that's almost $2 million, you know. So, you know, 100,000 years times 20 years, that's like a good another house, and they somehow saved up for it, and you see it at the other place. But this was kind of like the first place that they bought, and this is one of the first things that was built, and yeah, it's still here, and I'm still trying to get the right stuff, and maybe I'll try to work like a pre-loan onto this, and then go from there. But yeah, this is one of my favorite places. Even when I was, you know, in my other places, you know, I just like want to be with this place because it's so awesome. And hope you guys feel me in this video. Just trying to make the videos that I wanted on my channel to be showed, and hopefully shared. So leave a question, suggestion, or comment, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.